Okay, y'all. Sorry about all this. This is really weird.
What up, what up?
There we go. I think I got it figured out.
Alrighty.
Yeah, pretty much ain't nobody in here. They ain't nobody knew about it. Everybody was going to the other ones.
Yeah.
But we're just gonna go on with this like there's 100 people in here.
Yeah.
Want to do all that? Well, I'll just like I told you before. I'll just edit all this little stuff out.
Alrighty.
Just talk normal, whatever, and we'll get through this.
Alright.
All right, y'all. Welcome to Wrestling Review Podcast, episode 1, Royal Rumble. What a night! What a night it's been, man! What a night. So, what do you think
Yeah.
about tonight?
I'm officially out of breath from watching all that.
I know that was long. They need to make them things a little bit shorter.
Yeah.
It's getting a little bit too much there. 6 hours.
Oh, Jesus.
I know.
You ain't a kidding. Lord have mercy.
So, what was your maybe favorite match of the whole night?
I loved the men's Royal Rumble match.
Yeah, that was good.
I liked it. The surprise entrance in it. I didn't get the surprise entrance I was thinking that we was gonna get, but there was some good surprise entrance though, and it was overall good quality matches. I know I loved I loved the Daniel Bryan AJ Styles match.
Yeah, that was pretty good. It just seemed like they burned out a little bit. They
Yeah,
kind of did what they did on SmackDown and stuff like that.
yeah,
That match could have been a whole lot better.
yeah. Uh, I like the SmackDown Women's Title match also, and I also like the Cruiserweight Title match.
Yeah.
That Cruiserweight Title match, man,
So,
that was awesome.
yeah, something to ask you about there. I was thinking about this when it happened.
Yo,
Uh, what's better, the older? Do you remember the older in back in WCW when they did the cruiserweights?
yeah, yeah.
What was better? Was that better to you or now better?
Uh, there was ones I liked in WCW. There was also ones, you asked me about the WCW ones and you asked me about the now ones. There was
Yeah.
also ones that were in between WCW and now.
Oh, the
There
early.
was there was back in the ruthless aggression era of WWE, like from 2002 up to 2007. There were those cruiserweights also that
Yeah,
were
I remember them.
that
They
were
were really
awesome
good.
too. Like you had Matt Hardy as a cruiserweight champion. Like seeing Matt Hardy now as Woken Matt Hardy, you wouldn't think that someone back then at Matt Hardy's time, you wouldn't have thought he would have gone on to become as popular as he became.
Yeah.
And Rey Mysterio, back then, cruiserweights wasn't considered in a position to be a heavyweight champion.
Yeah.
Even in WCW, they definitely wasn't considered to be a heavyweight champion. They were considered too small to be a world champion. Like the I love WCW, but let's face it, let's be honest here. The spotlight was hogged in WCW
Oh
by
yeah,
NWO, people from the 80s, and the younger stars that were wanting it in WCW weren't getting that opportunity.
yeah, you're
Like,
right there.
but I mean, Goldberg was an unknown and he got his opportunity, but he wasn't like he was young, but he wasn't young young. He was in his early 30s.
Yeah. No, but what I was kind of getting at there was the even ECW did those matches.
Yeah,
You remember the
EC
Mexican death matches between Rey Mysterio and Psychosis?
really in America the first promotion to introduce the cruiserweight style was ECW, but
Yeah,
WCW was the first promotion to actually make a championship for them. But ECW was the first promotion to introduce that style in America.
yeah, yeah. They teamed up with was it Triple A
AAA, New
and
Japan, they teamed up with the Mexican promotions and the Japanese promotions.
yeah. Thank you, Vampire Mimi.
Hey,
See
baby.
that material? You know her?
Yeah, it's my fiance.
Oh, how you doing? That's good to see her come in here.
Yeah,
She into wrestling too?
not really.
Not really. Yeah, maybe we could all get up and do some like games and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'd love to do that. I'd love for her to what I was wanting to do is I was hoping for me and her to do more videos together. Like right now we're, like I told you before, like we're still in the middle of doing other stuff that I
Okay.
talked to you like off air. Like we're going through some stuff right now.
We'll
Uh
get there. It'll be okay.
yeah, but
Like I said, let's
uh,
get back. I'm sorry about
all
that.
right.
Sorry to cut you off. Let's get back to.
Uh, yeah, let's get back to the results here in the post show.
All right. Did you watch any of the pre-show?
Yes, I watched the whole pre-show. I watched from the beginning of the pre-show to the end of the main show.
Yeah, I know. I watched it too. That shit was long.
That's the reason I'm so out of breath.
What did you? I said the first match that I actually got up on. I don't know if there was any before this or not, but Rusev Nakamura.
There was one match. They added it. They added the match like during the pre-show. It was Bobby Roode and Chad Gable in a non-title match against Rezar of the Authors of Pain and Scott Dawson of the Revival. And if Scott Dawson and Rezar won the match, then both the AOP and the Revival would both get a tag team title shot later on down the road.
Oh,
But the winners were Bobby Roode and Chad Gable.
that's pretty good.
But
You know, I
yeah,
wish they would. I wish they would do this. They would instead of Bobby Roode and him. I wish that who was the guy that was teamed with him in TNA? It was a
James
guy from.
Storm.
It was a guy from Beer Money.
Yeah, James Storm.
Yeah, I wish he would have. I wish those two could have come together in there because they was good.
I don't know if they've done the match yet, but I know a little while back they were supposed to be having James Storm going after Nick Aldis for the NWA title.
Yeah, I saw that.
I don't know if they've done it yet or not.
I don't either. But like I said, that's during. I don't understand the little mix up between him and Bobby Roode and Chad Gable. I don't. I just. I don't understand that.
I don't know. I don't know.
They need. To,
I didn't like it at first, but it's actually starting to grow on me.
yeah, it's just. I thought him and that other guy would have been so much better together. Chad
I don't
Gable
know.
and Angle's
Jason
son.
Jordan.
Yeah,
Jason Jordan.
yeah.
Well, Jason Jordan, from what I understood, he's actually retired now. He's backstage agent or producer.
Wow.
Yeah, he's retired now.
Hmm. Either that or bring back Charlie Haas.
Yeah,
Yeah, that would have been pretty good. Have all of them there, all four of them have like a team angle again.
yeah.
It's pretty
If
good.
if Jason Jordan hadn't have retired, I had a fantasy booking thing idea of like Kurt Angle. You know how he's come back here and there and lost his matches.
Yeah,
Like have a storyline of Kurt Angle come out one random night and just vent his frustrations about losing, saying, "I'm Kurt Angle. I'm better than this. I shouldn't be losing constantly like this," and stuff like that. And saying, "I'm going to build myself a team of frustrated people." And sure enough, you see Shelton Benjamin come out and join him, and then Charlie Haas come out and join him, and then Chad Gable and Jason Jordan both come out and join them, and you'd have all of them together as the new version of Team Angle.
yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Yeah, I think we need to do that one episode. Do a full fantasy booking of all of them
Yeah,
dream matches. Like it
like
doesn't matter.
even on my 2K gameplay videos when I showed my creations,
Yeah,
I've made those creations with stories behind them, like a tag team I created. These two muscled up guys with mohawks and face paint and chin beards. Uh, I called them Alpha and Omega, and I called them the Doom Brigade.
that's
And the story, they're my version of the Road Warriors. And the story was brothers. They're brothers that were forged in the darkest recesses of the devil himself's mind, and he came up with them in the very pits of hell, and he come up with the most destructive force he could. That was the storyline behind it.
pretty cool.
And
Okay, so Chad Gable and him won that one.
yes, Bobby Roode and Chad Gable won that match.
Okay. The all right, and Rusev and Nakamura. What do you think about that one?
I liked the match, and I know they done the routine with Lana and everything. I've seen that routine so many times with other people who have had a valet out there with them. Rusev's not the first one to do it with Lana. There's been other people to do it with other valets. I think Randy Savage done it one time with Miss Elizabeth,
Yep.
if I'm not mistaken. So it's the same bit, and I've noticed every time they've done this bit that it's been in a title match, and it's been the champion having a valet out there.
Yep.
And the champion would get distracted by that and lose the title. And they did the same thing tonight.
Yeah, I know they kind of did that way back in the day with Savage, Elizabeth, and Hogan.
Yeah, they've done that.
When they exploded.
Yeah, when it was leading up to WrestleMania 5.
Yep. That's my favorite pay per view right there of all time. WrestleMania 5.
My favorite all-time old pay-per-view from WWE would have to be WrestleMania 6, Hogan and Warrior.
Yep, that's a good one too. I've watched every one of them probably 1,000 times.
Oh.
What do you think how do you think Rusev and Nakamura is going to continue this? Because you know they're going to fight come Tuesday.
Yeah. See. What I see is Rusev. I see Nakamura coming out talking about how he won the title and everything, and talking about how Lana shouldn't have been up there and everything, and doing the same thing of blaming Rusev for her getting hurt. And I see Rusev trying to come out there and beat him up, and Lana being with him, and Nakamura stopping to talk about Lana. Aren't you like something of along the lines of Lana? Aren't you mad at him for costing you a chance to compete in the Royal Rumble?
Yeah,
And it's going to build tension up between Lana and Rusev.
I just wish he would go back to that Bulgarian brute again.
Yeah,
That side, I want him to be that. I want him to be that mean heel. I don't want him being face. I don't like that.
yeah,
I appreciate a heel.
yeah.
I love a heel. That's why I like Midnight Express and all that. I love that.
Oh yeah.
That was awesome. My very first show I ever went to was in North Charleston Coliseum when I was like 8 years old, like in '88, and it was Rock and Roll Express versus Midnight Express.
I've only been to one wrestling event in my life, and that was 2015 in November, and it was at my local National Guard Armory, and it was like for a promotion called Bluegrass Championship Wrestling.
Yeah, I like those little indie shows like that. We got them here
I
now and then.
I had a blast at the show, man, and it was at this show. It was during Black Friday. It was on Black Friday when I went to this show. I sat next to this old man and his granddaughter who had just left our local Walmart from doing Black Friday shopping. And they were talking, the old man was talking about he seen these two women in the aisle fighting over a little $2 bag of Q-tips. and the granddaughter said, "That's nothing. I seen two guys fighting over a box of Band-Aids." I said, "What?"
Okay.
Let's see. I think next match was the Cruiserweight title match.
Was it? Yeah.
Yeah, next match was Cruiserweight title.
That's right. Yeah, the Buddy Murphy,
Hideo Itami,
Tommy
Kalisto, and Akira Tozawa.
Yeah.
This I absolutely loved.
Yeah. To me, I don't understand it. I guess it's because I've seen everybody else do all these same moves all over again. You see them every single night, and nothing wows me anymore in them matches like they used to.
Yeah.
I grew up watching during my teenage years was Rey Mysterio in Psychosis. So
see,
it's nothing like that now.
I became a teenager in 2003, but
You're 10 years off on me, dude.
But I was a fan of the WCW Cruiserweights also, because I did watch a lot of WCW and old WWF in the 90s.
Because on my I don't mean to cut you off, but on my TV when we first got cable, there was a Mexican channel. I couldn't understand the language or nothing like that, but it always showed AAA. And that's where I started watching it. I started watching during Rey Mysterio, Psychosis, La Parka, during all them Conan when he had the mask on and all that. Oh God, those are some badass matches.
Yeah. I watched like some old New Japan from the 90s, like Chris Benoit when he was
Tiger Kid.
When he was Wild Pegasus.
Was it Wild Pegasus? Okay.
He was also the Pegasus Kid. Also, Eddie Guerrero wore a mask in Japan. I think he was called the Black Tiger.
Okay, yeah.
Eddie Guerrero was called the Black Tiger.
Yeah.
I watched like Dean Malenko in Japan, like Jushin Thunder Liger, like names like that from Japan back in the 90s. I watched those. And they would like I even watched some Owen Hart matches from Japan, and man,
Yeah.
they were awesome. And but the first time I got introduced to the cruiserweight style was in WCW. And the first cruiserweight match I ever saw was the Great American Bash 1996, and it was Dean Malenko defending the cruiserweight title against Rey Mysterio in Rey Mysterio's WCW debut.
Yeah, those are the best. Some of his best matches right there.
And that was his debut match in WCW.
Yeah.
And I absolutely fell in love with that style.
Do you remember the? Let's see here. The farewell match between Eddie Guerrero and Dean Malenko in ECW.
I didn't see it when it happened. I
It's on.
didn't give.
It's on the network.
Yeah, I've seen it since because I used to have it on DVD.
Yeah.
Uh, but when it fully, I didn't see actual ECW on TV until
Yeah, it's on
I think,
TNN.
yeah, when they went to TNN.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's when I first saw ECW.
Yeah. We had a channel that picked up all them states, all them networks from all over the place. That's why I
Yeah,
was able to watch. It was some weird channel that nobody ever watched. It came on like 2 o'clock in the morning, and I seen it
I
every time
saw
I partied.
I saw TNA before they ever went to
Yeah.
Spike.
Yep.
Before they ever went to Spike, I saw them. I forgot what the channel's name was, but I saw them like when they were in the asylum.
It was one of the Fox Sports South. It was one of them. It was one of the Fox channels.
Yeah, I saw them like when they were in the asylum
Yep.
back in those days.
Early AJ Styles.
Yeah, that's
AJ
when I
Styles.
first
AJ Styles.
that's
For Daniels.
that's when I first saw AJ was in
Yeah.
TNA. And oh man, I absolutely loved it.
Yep. Him and Christopher Daniels put on some very good matches.
Christopher Daniels,
Yeah.
Low Key,
Yep. The original X Division. Jerry Lynn.
yeah, Jerry Lynn.
Oh yeah.
God, we got introduced to Samoa Joe back in those days. It wasn't the Asylum years, but it was, you
Later on.
know, later on. But I got introduced to Samoa Joe thanks to TNA, and my dad. When it comes to Samoa Joe, my dad kept making this joke. He said, you know, you look just like him in the face. I said, He said, yeah, don't you know your mom went out and slept with him one night, and 9 months later you born. I said, Dad, he's older, and I said she's older than him. I said he's old enough to be her son.
That's cool.
Uh,
Your dad's still around?
yeah, my mom's not, but my dad is. He's really my stepdad, but
It don't matter.
yeah, he's my dad. I don't call him a
Blood don't make a
stepdad.
dad. Blood don't make a dad.
My biological father, I could care less for.
Okay. All right. What's the next one?
Was the
The
full
first
that
one
there
on
was
there.
the main pay-per-view that was the SmackDown Women's title match.
Becky Lynch and Asuka. I thought that was actually a pretty decent match. Like I said,
Yeah, it was. It
at
was.
first, I believe Asuka was kind of being cocky in it in the very beginning of this,
Yeah, I know.
and then later on, Becky just beat the crap out of her.
As soon as Becky started beating the crap out of her, like, yep, I'm getting a prediction right on this one. Like, yeah, I'm gonna get this one right.
Yeah, I didn't get that one. They did one. There was one thing that I wrote down that it was pretty much it was a botch. You could tell it was a
Yeah,
botch. They tried to do like I think it was like with like a perfect plex off the side of the ring outside, and
Yeah.
she didn't twist it, and they both landed square on their face.
Yeah. I saw that. I was like, oh God.
It was a. I don't
They
mean to be.
messed up.
I don't mean to be vulgar or nothing, but there was a couple wardrobe malfunctions. Did
Yeah,
you
I
see
saw that.
that?
Yeah, I saw
Almost every
that.
girl, almost every one of them, just about. Becky
I,
did it first, and then
I
Noah
saw
Rousey.
it. I saw it when Oscar just about did it when at the end of that match.
Yep.
Uh, I can't. I don't know if I should say it or not, but I pointed it out to my fiance. I said, honey, look. She said, what? I said, her nipple's about to pop
Yep.
out.
Yeah, it did too. They blacked it out.
Yeah, I was like, oh crap. What is it with WWE and wardrobe malfunctions lately?
Ronda Rousey does it every time.
Ronda did it. Sasha Banks did it this past Monday, from what I heard.
Yeah, with a pantyhose.
Yeah, there's been a lot of them lately.
But yeah, that was a pretty good match. They went back and forth for a while, and like normal, that's usually how they go. You go back and
Yeah,
forth, and she held on as much as she could.
yeah, she did.
Yeah, I picked Becky on that one, and I lost on that one.
I did too. I lost on that one too.
All right, we'll go to the next one. The SmackDown Tag Team Championship. The Bar versus Miz and Shane.
I had Miz and Shane on this one.
Yeah, I had the Bar on this one. I lost on this one too. Oh, would you let's see here. Yeah, that was pretty good. It was a pretty good one too. I remember,
Yeah,
the tag team, that how they was working in there as a team. It kind of reminded me of old Arn Anderson and Tully Blanchard, how they worked together, where they would get them all, get the guy in the corner, and then egg out the other guy to come out there, and then just double team them for a while. Just I like that style of tag team. I think they need to do that more often. That's good tag team work.
yeah, it was.
Yeah, I also like how Cesaro does the where he catches them in some weird move, and then he does the swing.
Yeah, oh God. I saw that swing. I was like, God, he's still going.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that was pretty cool. I don't know how the heck he does that without getting dizzy.
Oh Lord, I don't know how he goes and does that swing for a long time like he does. If it had been, if it had been me doing that, I would have got dizzy around the third or fourth spin. I'd been like, screw this. I'm going down.
Yeah, what'd you think of the ending on that?
Uh, I don't really. I knew they would win. I thought the way it was going to happen was I thought Miz would end up getting the pinfall,
Yeah,
but because you know how Miz was saying like I want to make my dad proud by winning with teaming up with Shane. I thought they were going to build on that by having Miz be the one to get the pinfall. I was like, my fiance said she would have got dizzy on the first
oh,
one.
yeah. Same here. Same here. Hey, all new viewers in here, get in the chat and say hey.
Yeah, come on in. We welcome anybody.
Yeah, we just hanging out talking. That's all we're doing. Okay.
We,
Yeah. Did you? I didn't even know Shane could do that when he did that shooting star press. I had
I
no
knew
idea.
I knew he could do it because I've seen him do it before.
I ain't never seen that.
I've seen him like the last time I think I saw him do it. I didn't think he could do it in this day and age where he's a lot older,
Yeah,
but I saw him do it back in the day.
I must have missed that one.
Yeah, I seen him do it back in the day.
But he did learn from one of the best on how to jump off that top rope.
Yeah.
He learned from Macho.
Yeah, exactly.
Macho taught him as a kid. I remember
You know, you
videos.
know that that thing he does where he does the Shane McMahon shuffle.
Uh-huh.
You know where he got that from, don't you?
Uh, no, I really don't.
He got that from The Rock's dad.
Is it? Yeah, somewhere, yeah.
That's
Yeah,
where he got that from.
but Rocky Johnson goes a little bit more wide open with it. More
Yeah,
arm flapping.
but yeah, it's where Shane McMahon started doing that from. But
Learn something new every day.
yeah, but let's see. The next match was the Raw Women's Title match.
Yeah.
Ronda Rousey versus Sasha Banks.
Like I said, it's just another one of them. It's just a regular. It just seemed like that was something that was done on Raw for me.
I figured Ronda would win, but I've been getting reports from a good friend of mine that does like wrestling news.
Yeah.
Uh, on here on YouTube, his name is Stewie Family. Uh,
Huh.
he he's local. He is good at having good predictions and news and reporting wrestling news. Uh, but he was telling me that there's plans for Sasha Banks to have a huge push this year with the Raw Women's title and have her be the one to beat Ronda Rousey for it. And I thought, well, I've already predicted Rousey to win, but I may be wrong on that, and they may go with Sasha in this huge push.
Yeah, they could. Yeah, I don't know. I
But
don't even know who's writing for them right now because everything is just changed up.
yeah, I know Steve Carino's working backstage with NXT now.
That's pretty good.
Because when they did that backstage segment after Takeover went off, when they showed it, you see Steve Carino back there in the gorilla position. But yeah, it was pretty much like just a regular TV match.
Yeah, that's what I figured. That's the way I put it on there. It just seemed like it was just a regular match.
Yeah,
I don't know why it could have been a lot better.
yeah, it could have.
But Rousey's new. She's still working on it. So
Yeah, I
I think
reckon.
her. Yeah, go ahead.
From what I've been hearing, also, like you know how SmackDown's supposed to move to Fox Sports this year.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, the plans are Fox is wanting Ronda Rousey to be on SmackDown. So I'm thinking that either Rousey's going to lose the Raw title either at WrestleMania or a little bit after. And then she's going to end up going to SmackDown. And then she'll win the women's title there. And then when they go to Fox, the first show they'll do is they'll have Ronda be champion. Like the debut show on Fox, that's when Ronda will be champion on
Yeah.
SmackDown.
Yeah. Do you see Brock staying much longer?
I see him losing the title at WrestleMania to Seth
Yeah, I thought it would be for Braun, but I'm pretty sure it's Seth. But
because Triple H is his plans was for Brock to hold the title until WrestleMania and then have him lose it to Seth Rollins.
yeah, they didn't have no choice because Roman got injured.
Yeah. If Roman hadn't have got injured, the plans were for Reigns to hold on to the title until WrestleMania.
Yeah, and Brock would already been on UFC by now.
Yeah. But because Roman got sick, they had no other choice but to scrap those plans and try to come up with something on the fly.
Yeah. Okay. Next match, women's Royal Rumble.
Yeah, the Women's Royal Rumble match.
Yeah, I didn't get the winner right, but I got two of the final four right.
I didn't get the winner right either. I got two of the final four also. I had picked Ember Moon, Charlotte Flair, and Nia Jax as one of my winners. I figured one of them was going to win,
Yeah, I thought it was going to be Charlotte.
but I knew I got two of the final four right. I got Nia and Charlotte. Um, I didn't think Becky would come out though, so
Yeah,
that kind of threw it off.
yeah, she did what I thought Brock was going to do. Braun was going to do. That's what
Yeah,
I thought Braun was going to do. He was going to beat somebody up and then just take their spot.
yeah.
That's what I thought was going to happen.
So I got that one wrong. Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of like the way Charlotte was going towards the end. She's like
Yeah.
she's like Rick. I liked Rick when he was a heel a lot better than what he was when he was face.
Especially when Rick would get like mad, he would get all crazy when he got mad.
Charlotte's doing it too.
Charlotte's starting to do it too. I was
I
like,
love
oh
that. I
god.
love that. That's so good.
I was like, this is awesome right
Yeah,
here.
that's so good. I loved her doing that. That's my favorite story. I've watched her all the way from NXT, all that stuff. That girl's good.
I bet you didn't know this. Back when her brother, Reed, the one that died,
Yeah,
if he hadn't have died, there was plans to bring him and his brother David Flair to
yeah,
WWE and have Rick in their corner. And
yeah.
they were going to have a run with the tag team titles with Rick in their corner.
Yeah, Reed was already going to school and all that stuff for it.
Reed was actually competing in Japan.
Was it? Wow, I didn't know that.
He had just gotten back from a tour in Japan when he was found in the hotel room.
Oh man,
He had just gotten back from a tour in Japan.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so there was plans for Reed and David to come into WWE as a tag team with Rick in their corner and win the tag titles.
Hmm. Yeah, I could have written down what I thought about how what Becky did tonight.
Yeah.
You remember back in I think it was '94 when Bret Hart when Bret Hart and Owen got in and Owen kicked him in the leg, and then he had that injury on his leg the whole night.
Yeah.
Him and Luger finished double in that Rumble. I think she did what he did. It was kind of like the same story.
Yeah.
That was actually pretty good. It was like a homage, I believe.
What got me was Becky was replacing Lana with an injured leg. And then during the match, Becky herself got an injured leg. It's like, what the crap? And I thought, this is what happens when you replace somebody with an injured leg. You yourself get an injured leg.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a swerve. I didn't even think about that. But I don't know if you watch Grimm's Toy Show.
I do.
You know, he said
It's been a while.
Did you watch? You didn't watch his predictions, did you?
It's been a while since I've seen anything Grimm's Toy Show.
He said it. He said, "Hey man, his prediction to win it was Becky gonna come in and win it. She's gonna do it at night, lose, and then she's gonna come back in and win it." He was right.
Yeah, he was.
That's exactly right.
Exactly.
Kurt Hawkins must have told him.
Yeah. Kurt Hawkins actually got an elimination though.
Yeah, I'd love to see him and Ryder come back.
I would too. I seen Zack Ryder on. I don't have like regular TV. Like the way I keep up with Raw and SmackDown is on the WWE YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm.
Like they'll post what happened on the show on their YouTube channel, and I'll watch it. Then that's the way I can keep up with it.
Yep.
And I saw the clip where Ryder came to Hogan's rescue. I was like, oh, yeah, they're getting back together.
That's what I want to see.
Because they hadn't been together since '08.
Yeah, I know. They went to seven. He's doing that school.
Yeah.
He got Creative Pros in New York. He's doing really good with that. A lot of good stars come out of there.
Yeah.
Impact stars like
Yeah.
Rhett Titus and all that. They're
Yeah.
good. They all come from Hawkins.
Yeah. I know. Did you know Spike Dudley is a high school social studies teacher in New York right now?
I knew he was a professor. He had a master's in something. I do know that.
Yeah, he's a high school social studies teacher in New York.
Damn. Okay. All right. The next one, the WWE Championship: AJ Styles and Daniel Bryan.
I like this match, but I think it could have been better. And one thing I thought about with this match is I was thinking like if this match would have happened in New Japan, they would have went for even longer amount of time, and there would have been a lot more excitement in this match if it would have happened in New Japan.
Didn't that match already happen in New Japan?
It happened in Ring of Honor.
Oh, okay.
It happened in Ring of Honor.
I think it was right before he came to WWE, wasn't it?
It was in like early Ring of Honor days.
Oh.
When it happened, because it was back then, like I said in my predictions video, like I was a fan of Daniel Bryan from Ring of Honor in his days when he faced in Ring of Honor names like Seth Rollins when he was known as Tyler Black, or Nigel McGuinness, or Samoa Joe, or CM Punk, or AJ Styles, names like that. Even Cesaro when he was known as Claudio Castagnoli.
I didn't know that. I couldn't watch. They never played Ring of Honor on around here.
But
I think they might have did one time when I saw Kevin Steen.
Yeah, that's when I first got introduced to Kevin Owens, was when he was Kevin Steen in Ring of Honor.
Yeah,
and he was doing he was getting ready to start the Scum faction, but he was feuding with Jim Cornette.
Yeah, I didn't.
That's when I first got introduced to him, and I was like, oh, I like him. I like his attitude.
Yeah, like I said, it never came on down here. I only seen like one or two episodes.
I got it on Fox 56 here. Yeah. It would come on like Sunday going into Monday at like midnight. Like Sunday would end and Monday would start at midnight. That's when it would come on Fox 56. And that's when I would watch it. But it would also come on the same channel on Saturdays at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Yeah,
those times like that, that's when ECW and all that stuff came on when I was younger.
Yeah.
And then Smoky Mountain Wrestling and all that, it came
on. I didn't see anything Smoky Mountain until I first got my WWE Network account.
Yeah, I got lucky and I actually was able to get that because we're on the right on the other side of the mountain from y'all. Because I would listen to Jim Cornette's podcasts and I would hear him talk about Smoky Mountain Wrestling. And then I go on the network when I first get it. I got it at the pay-per-view after WrestleMania 32 when Enzo and Cass was facing the Vaudevillains. Yeah.
That was the first pay-per-view I watched on the network. I'd listen to Jim Cornette talk about Smoky Mountain Wrestling, and then I went and saw it on the network. I was like, I'm going to check this out.
Yeah, it's good.
Oh, I love it.
I remembered even older ones when when New Jack and Mustafa first started out.
Oh God, yeah. I watched that the first time I watched one. The first thing I did was look at my dad like, where has this been all my life? Jim Cornette wasn't kidding when he said this was good.
It was good. I actually enjoyed it a good little bit. I think that's
Yeah, I
where
did too.
Public Enemies. I think a lot of ECW stars started there.
Chris Candido.
And Terry and Tammy.
Yeah. Cactus Jack come through there a time or two.
Yeah, that was after he split with WCW.
I know there was one segment I saw, but it's not on the network, but there was one I saw. It was on YouTube. It was Jim Cornette and all them was talking, and the Rock and Roll Express come over to where he's at, and there's a man that has a tarp over him, and you don't know who it is. And Ricky Morton says, "You want to say you're all big and bad, Cornette? Why don't you go over there and see who our buddy is, who our partner is?" And Jim Cornette's getting all cocky. He goes over there. He's kicking at the sheet and everything. And all of a sudden, he takes that tarp off of him, and he turns around and sees it's Arn Anderson, and he falls down on his butt to the ground, and he's got the look in his eyes like he's just seen a ghost and he's about to wet himself. And I was like, oh, this is good.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind Jim Cornette if he would just keep his politics to himself. I think that's his biggest problem.
Nah.
Sorry about that. I mean, that's just me.
I've
go on these dang rants about how a bunch of stuff.
gotten to where I don't talk about politics much anymore. It don't do me no good. I just make people mad at me when I talk about politics, so I'm just leaving it alone. Like, screw it.
Yeah, everybody's got their own opinion. It don't bother me none.
Nah. I ain't got no problem with anybody if they believe one thing or another. It don't bother me none.
No, I will tell you this on this, and we'll drop it after that.
Yeah.
We're not being run the way we're supposed to.
No.
We're far from it. Way, 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 way far from it. We're not supposed to have this crappy president's not supposed to be the leader, not supposed to be in charge of everything. That president's supposed to be so small you don't even know he's there.
No.
A president is the worst position that our founders actually gave to somebody.
Yeah.
There's it. I'll drop it there. I could go into that all day long.
Yeah.
Okay. At the end of that match between Daniel Bryan and AJ Styles, what do you think about Eric Rowan?
Oh God, I didn't expect Rowan to be there. As soon as I saw him, I was like, "Oh crap, where's Harper?"
Yeah. What do you think they're gonna? Because I'm thinking maybe we get lucky and have a Beards faction.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Daniel Bryan, Rowan, and Harper, and then Bray Wyatt come back. Yeah. Bray Wyatt. Where the fuck is Bray Wyatt?
That I don't know. Last time he was seen was at Starrcade when he was when Baron Corbin did an open challenge and Bray Wyatt answered it.
Yeah, there was no Bray Wyatt and there was no Matt Hardy.
Yeah, that was the last time Bray was seen was at Starrcade.
Yeah, I'm kind of wondering about that. I wonder where the heck he's at.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure where Bray's at.
But that would be cool as hell, the Beard Bros. The Beard Bros.
Yeah.
Because Daniel Bryan did join them for a while.
Yeah, he did.
Very little, but he did join them. But, I actually got this pick right. I said it was going to be Daniel Bryan, and then he actually did it.
I didn't know who to pick on it, so I just took a guess and picked AJ.
Yeah,
because it was hard for me to pick because I like them both.
Yeah, I may be pushing, but I seriously, I don't think AJ is going to be around much longer.
I don't know.
He's not being pushed. Remember how much pull he had everywhere else?
From what I've been hearing, there's plans on switching him and Balor places. Like they're going to send Balor to SmackDown and switch AJ to Raw.
Yeah, I think that would be better. That would be good. I want to
I
see.
don't.
It might be
I
me.
don't know. I don't know if that's legit or not, but that's what I've been hearing.
It might be me just wishing because I actually would wish this. Oh God, this would be so awesome. But I know it's not going to happen unless he goes away. I want to see the Bullet Club come back. All of them.
Yeah.
All of them.
Yeah. I
During,
know Kenny Omega's contract with New Japan ends
I want to see Stable
on
come back.
either the 30th or either the 30th or the 31st is when Kenny Omega's contract with New Japan ends.
Yeah.
So whether he comes to WWE or he goes to All Elite, I'm not sure which one he's going to do, but I'm thinking he might be going to All Elite.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, and that's where all of them are at. I just want to see the Bullet Club.
Yeah.
That'd be badass to have all of them together again.
Yeah. Which there's the Elite's not really called the Bullet Club anymore. The Bullet Club now is run by Switchblade Jay White now. But the like Cody and Kenny's group now is just called the Elite.
Uh,
The Bullet Club is run by Switchblade Jay White.
hmm. Yeah, I've seen a couple of the matches from New Japan. Them things, I liked it.
I watched Wrestle Kingdom,
Yeah.
uh, the match between Kenny Omega and Tanahashi.
Mm-hmm.
And I loved it.
Yeah, that one was good. I kind of like the Japan style. I like
I do.
that smash mouth style.
I do too.
Little off topic, but who was who made the biggest impact in Japan? Do you think from America?
Like meaning like they
Over
came
the
to America.
over
They
the
came to America.
that came from over there, went to over there.
Yeah, that
That
went
came
over
from
there.
that came from here and went over there and just kicked ass.
Oh, okay. Cody did pretty good. I know Cody did awesome. Like outside of WWE, like he went and joined the Bullet Club. He won the Ring of Honor title. He, won the IWGP US title. He won the NWA title, and along with the Young Bucks, made their own pay per view All In, which
Yeah.
I still haven't seen yet, but I want to so bad.
Yeah.
And now they're starting their own promotion. So out of anybody, I'd say Cody has done the best so far.
Okay, I'm gonna go a little bit old school to here. I'm gonna say Vader, Big Van Vader, and Bam Bam.
Yeah, they were a tag team
Uh-huh.
in New Japan,
They did,
and
and
they had classic matches with the Steiner brothers.
uh-huh. All four of them. Plus, they did a bunch of Japan guys. They
Sting had good success in Japan.
but
He had classic matches with the Great Muta in Japan.
uh-huh.
I got a couple of those on DVD.
Oh yeah. But like I said, I think Big Van Vader. I think
Yeah,
that's what I
Vader.
don't see how he's not in the Hall of Fame yet.
From what I've been hearing, there's plans on him going in.
I hope so. He should have been in there last year.
The one that I think should be in more than anybody, which is long overdue, he should have been put in there years ago, was Owen Hart.
Yeah. His family won't allow it. His wife won't allow it.
Yeah, Brett wants him to go in, but his wife won't allow it.
No.
Brett wants him to go in, and the rest of the family wants him to go in. His wife's the only one that doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
Even his kids want him to go in.
Yeah, he deserves it.
His kids even want him to go in. His wife is the only one not budging.
And another one that
I'm surprised. Sorry to cut you out there, man. I'm surprised that they even made a DVD of Owen Hart.
Yeah. But
because of that.
there is one that this is probably a stupid thing to say because of the circumstances, but Chris Benoit, because it's not, I know, I know he did really bad and he did some really, really messed up things. And I'm not excusing it, but his career was he was a really good wrestler.
Yeah.
His career went from Canada to Mexico to Japan.
Well,
Was,
he started out in Japan,
yeah,
or not Japan, but Canada.
yeah, he's a Stu Hart Dungeon. He's out of the Dungeon.
Yeah.
But
He
also,
but
go
he
ahead.
went from there. He went from there to Japan, and then went from Japan to ECW, and then from ECW to WCW, and then to WWE.
But I also do know that now they have found out, since all these football players have had the exact same injury as he had, the concussions that was throughout the years.
Yeah.
That's what made him do what he did.
Yeah.
The brain damage that he sustained all them years, and then the steroids to cover it up and all that. That's what made him do what he did.
I know for years after that, I did not want to believe he did it because there was even reports of Kevin Sullivan being the one that did it
Yeah,
because the woman Chris Benoit was married to was Kevin's ex-wife,
yeah. But
and
it, it
Kevin had told Chris years before that he would kill him.
yeah,
And I thought,
yeah, I've seen them same things,
yeah,
but knowing there's a couple of NFL players that did kind of the exact same thing.
yeah,
That it's that injury to your head.
exactly.
But other than that, all right, we'll keep on going. We've been going a pretty good while. We'll keep on
Yeah.
here. All right, what you got
The
in the next one?
Universal title match: Brock Lesnar versus Finn Balor.
I knew this would kind of be a squash match.
Oh god, Finn come close now. He came close.
Yeah, that's Brock's weakness is his belly because of diverticulitis.
Yeah, I was hoping I would be wrong on this, but I knew Brock would win. So I picked Brock. So
Yeah, I did too.
I was saying the whole time, I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. God, I hope I'm wrong.
Yes.
And as soon as it went the way it did with like Finn getting all that offense in, I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to be wrong. I'm going to be wrong.
I think
First time I've ever been excited to be wrong.
yeah, I think that's Brock. I think that's Brock's weakness. You got to pop him in the
Yeah,
stomach. You got to go fast, 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 fast. You got to catch him off guard because
exactly.
that's how Goldberg got him. Because did you
Yeah,
notice when those two actually faced off and he didn't catch him off guard? Who won? Brock won when he didn't get caught off guard, but when he gets caught off guard, he falls
yeah.
down.
The only way Brock loses is if he makes a mistake.
Yeah, and that's everywhere. That's in UFC and UFC. He was, oh my god, he was a beast.
God. I used to have one of Brock Lesnar's UFC fights on DVD, and it was UFC 91 when he won the UFC heavyweight title from Randy the Natural Couture.
Yeah, that was a good match.
I had that fight on DVD, and when my old house burned down in 2015, I got burned up in the house along with the house. I was like, but I figured Brock would win, but I was hoping I'd be wrong. But I didn't expect I expected a whole bunch of suplexes because that's normally what you see in a Brock Lesnar match. That's normal routine.
Mm-hmm.
So I was thinking we was going to get suplex, suplex, suplex.
Yeah, he took it to him. I give him that. He took it to him.
Yeah,
I give him props
exactly.
for that. Okay, yeah, I picked Brock too.
But I guess now we're going to get the Lesnar Seth Rollins match that Triple H wanted.
Yeah, there might. Yeah, I want to watch it. Elimination Chamber's coming up, so they might end up sticking somebody else in there with them.
I don't know.
They've done it before.
We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see if Brock appears at Elimination Chamber. He's never been in one.
He ain't gonna appear. We won't see him again till during Mania week.
Yeah,
Probably March. We'll see him again in March.
Yeah.
He'll hype it up for that month, and then that'll be it. I believe that. I'm serious. I believe that's going to be his last match.
I believe that's when he'll lose the titles at Mania.
Yep. Okay. Now we're at, I guess, the final one.
The Men's Royal Rumble.
Men's Royal Rumble. Let's say, once you've seen them all, They're pretty much all the same.
Yeah.
Well, a couple people did. They kind of did the
I like Jeff Jarrett.
Yeah, I wish there was a couple more interests, something like that. They brought a lot of NXT guys in there.
Yeah, Aleister Black, Johnny Gargano.
Yeah, I'd like to see what they're going to end up doing with Aleister Black when he gets brought up.
One thing I forgot to mention during the Women's Royal Rumble match, one of my favorite women appeared in that match, and she's from the NXT UK brand. It was Rhea Ripley, and she is absolutely, I don't know if I'm allowed to cuss or not, but she is absolutely, excuse my language, she is badass.
Yeah, go ahead, man. You're fine.
Yeah, she is badass, man. I watched her at the NXT TakeOver UK pay-per-view against Toni Storm for the NXT UK Women's title, and they had an awesome match. Like, she is like this huge, powerful, like, woman. I was like, yeah, this is awesome. But the Men's Royal Rumble match, like, we had the first surprise entrant automatically, which was like Jeff Jarrett.
Yeah.
One thing that got me though was when Elias like turned. I was like, did he just turn heel, or was that just part of the match?
Yeah, I don't think he turned heel.
But
kind of do like what Stone Cold did, just be himself. And if they boo him, they boo him. If they cheer him, they cheer him.
Yeah, but what made me wonder if he turned heel was when he was beating on Jeff Jarrett. He paused for a minute and he said, "My whole career, I've been compared to this guy." I was like, did he just turn heel?
Yeah, I don't understand the fascination with Jeff Jarrett. I just don't understand it.
I liked Jeff Jarrett when he, back in the WWE in the 90s, when he first got his hair shaved and he stopped doing the Double J gimmick.
Slap nuts.
Yeah, that's when I started liking him.
Yeah, when him and Owen
were tag teams.
Yeah, I remember when him and Owen tag team.
Yeah. Then he went to WCW and became champion there, and then started up TNA.
Yeah, a couple of them. They've been doing it all. They did it in the Men's Rumble and the Women's. They did the Jerry Lawler spot.
Yeah.
They hit up underneath the ring.
Yeah.
Was it the Women's? It was the Women's that Hornswoggle chased her out.
Yeah. He chased Selena Vega out.
Yeah. I liked her entrance. I like her entrance.
Yeah, the blade and the mask and everything. I was like, oh, this is cool.
The Street Fighter Vega entrance. I like that.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, Hawkins did the Lawler spot too.
Yeah, he did. And Titus O'Neil went under the ring after him. I was like, yeah, exactly. They were hoping he would too.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I didn't get this one. I come close to getting this one right. Brock was
Yeah.
last. It was last 2000.
Yeah. I had either Seth or Drew McIntyre picked to win, but at least one of them won. I got this one right.
Yeah, I'd like to know what, like I said, I still like to know what they're going to do with the Intercontinental title come Mania because they've been doing it for the past couple of years.
I
They,
think what they'll do,
they're
I
going to
think
do a
what they'll
ladder.
do,
They'll do a ladder match. I know that.
I think Braun will probably win the title, the Intercontinental title at Mania. I think it'll be Braun winning the Intercontinental title at Mania.
Hmm.
And I think Lashley will lose the Intercontinental title sometime before Mania.
Yeah, maybe. We'll find out.
Yeah. But yeah, we
Uh,
had do what now?
yeah, what was the final four? I kind of missed that one.
Final four was Dolph Ziggler,
Ziggler, Brock.
Andrade. We had Braun Strowman, Dolph Ziggler, Andrade, and Seth Rollins
Yeah.
as the final four.
Yeah, I'm kind of glad they put somebody an NXT out there. They're pretty good.
Well, he's not NXT.
Oh,
He was on SmackDown.
oh, you're right. Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, it was they tried to triple team Braun, and then Braun bull rushed him, and that's when Andrade got eliminated.
Yeah. All right.
But
What do you rate? What do you rate this whole Royal Rumble as? What would you rate it? Out of 5 stars. Out of 5 stars.
I'd say about a 3.5.
Yeah, I did that for all the matches, and I pretty much said the same thing about 3 stars out of 5.
I'd say 3.5.
Yeah, there was no show stealer, none of that. Nobody
No.
stole the show.
So yeah, my overall rating would be 3.5 stars out of 5.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad. I would have thought they would have put maybe a little bit more. I mean, it is kind of Royal Rumble, but
yeah. But
I just wish darn they would make pay-per-views darn mean something again. It's getting to where it doesn't mean anything anymore.
it's the same old, same old.
I know, and I don't like that. I want them to actually mean something.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and end it off here. This has been the first episode of Wrestling Review Podcast. We'll do more stuff like this. We'll do pay-per-views once a month, the newest ones, and then all throughout the week, or maybe on Thursday, like you said, bro. Do like Throwback Thursday, do an old pay-per-view and review that.
But instead of calling it Throwback Thursday, call it Suplex Thursday.
Oh, that'll work. That'll be good. We'll go
Suplex Thursday.
All right, we'll go ahead and do that, and hopefully this thing will take off. I kind of want, if it does start to get heels and start to take off, I'm gonna make our own little channel with this.
All right.
And since this is the first one, I'll go ahead and say this now. Well, whatever proceeds, if it does actually get big, and whatever proceeds go, so you'll have it on video. Me saying this, whatever proceeds of this that we actually get will go to both of us, not just one person. Yes, if it does get big. If not, it'll be okay. We'll still do it. I don't mind doing this.
If it don't succeed, we'll still do it just for fun.
Oh yeah, this is actually pretty good. I just wish we had a couple more people in here.
Yeah, I do have an idea though.
Oh.
How about this? For our first old pay-per-view,
Yeah.
me and you will talk about it off air.
All right.
And we'll come up with some different ideas for old pay-per-views. And whatever old pay-per-views we come up with, I'll post in a voting poll on Twitter and let people vote which one we should do for our first one. And whichever one has the most votes is the one we'll do, and we'll watch it first
Oh,
and then get ideas from it. And then once we watch it, we'll do the review on that pay-per-view.
yeah, that's a pretty good idea.
Let the fans vote for it. Let them get involved.
Yeah, that'll work.
So, like, have some different ideas. Like, we have to have more than one choice. That way I can put it in a voting poll.
That'll work.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's what we'll do.
All right, y'all. I wanted to thank you for everybody that came in. Thank you for just hanging out, listening to us bunch of talk. OBS kind of messed up on me for a while. I need to get a new computer. I got to have an upgrade.
Yeah.
OBS messed up on me. I had plans on doing a good intro, and we would get on here and talk with the screen in the background and all that. But I guess this is okay for right now. Hopefully next time we could do it. Hopefully next time it'll be a lot better.
Yeah.
So, Animal, you want to say anything to anybody before we close it out? Last words?
Just whenever we get this talked out and we figure out which ones to go with, look for me on Twitter. I will post the suggestions in a voting poll. Follow me on Twitter, Animal1377. Follow him, Hawkeye420 on Twitter. Subscribe to my channel, Animal1377. Click the bell icon on my channel. Subscribe to Hawkeye here. Click the bell icon on his channel. Be notified of our future videos. And, as I always say in my videos, on behalf of my good friend Hawkeye here, welcome to the 1377 era.
All right, bro. I'll catch you on the next one, man. I'll catch you all on the next one later. Peace.
Catch y'all later.